Right, welcome back to another outlying Wainwright walk, and today we've left the bogs of Swindale behind and we're in Swindale to do the adjacent ridge line. 7 outlying fells today, although Dave thinks there's probably 9. Bit of a debate about that, but the 7 that I know of that we're going up, first of all, is Scalebarrow Knott, followed by Harper Hills, Hare, and then three fells that are unnamed, but they're now called Nadle Forest 1, 2 and 3 respectively, followed by the final one of the day of Laithes Pike. Dave's joined us again, he's here. Say hello, Dave. Yeah. We've just parked up, free parking just by the crossroads there. You head towards Shap and then Rosgill. Turns into a bit of a single track road, but it's fine if you get here early enough. And look how high we start up so far. So this is the Swindale Valley just here, and this is the first of the day. So yeah, not a lot of a climbing to pick up an outlying fell. Okay, so this is the first for an outlying fell walk. This beautiful track, I think it's the Corpse Road actually, just to the rear of the actual car park there, and yeah, very short ascent. We've hardly done any so far, and I think the first one of the day, Scalebarrow Knott, is just at the top of this rise here. So oh, we deserve a walk like this. However, as per usual, pishing it down. Yeah, just seen a couple of hares and rabbits, I think, on this track. Feels remote, although Shap's just over there and it's quite a fairly large town. Right, so just working our way along this track here, and it branches off right here. I think that's going up to Scalebarrow Knott, just at the top of this rise here. Nice and easy. Lovely view. Look at that. Whoa. I think the cloud's going to be free to at least 11, so it should give us enough time to get around most of these without being totally clagged in. Even this is a decent path. So yeah, fills me with confidence for this Nadle Horseshoe, I believe it's called. Right, so just crested round the hill to the path. There's a massive cairn up here, so I think we're going to assume that's Scalebarrow Knott. Probably the easiest fell I've done in my life. It's very welcome. So I do think there's quite a few ups and downs along this ridge, although not too high. Just gonna not allow you to get into a decent walking stride, I don't think, with all the descent and reascent. Right, ignore that last piece. This isn't Scalebarrow Knott. It's up there. Right, so that's where we thought was the summit, but yeah, just a short distance away. There's a cairn on top of here. Oh yes. Oh aye. What a lovely little fell. Boom. Hello there this time. Boom. Official fist pump for the official summit. Oh yes, sorry. Not a lot of work at all, but yeah, we can see a large portion of the route that we're about to do here. I think we're going to be following, there's a path over there actually, so it's handy, this way down onto Harper Hills, Hare, which is the highest point of the day at 500 meters, before we start cresting right along this distant ridge here. So good. We deserve a walk like this after recent debacles. Hare, there's one there. Oh. Ah, very quick. GoPro ain't going to pick that up, I don't think. Okay, so we've just left Scalebarrow Knott and heading on this really good track. It might be actually a walk I can recommend so far. But yeah, the next summit of the day is Harper Hills. Now that suggests there's maybe multiple summits. We can see a cairn on top of this one here. Once we get up here, it should give us a good vantage point of what's to come. Like I say, quite a few ups and downs, and yeah, it does look quite a long distance right round, but I'm told it's only 6 miles, so yeah, trust the walking Englishman. Not. Right, that's more or less up onto the ridge now. We can see a cairn at the top of this hill. Not sure it's the one we're looking for, but we're going to go over it anyway. We've got a good view now of down into this valley here. Is it the Naddle Valley? I'm not sure. Naddle Beck's down there, I believe. And that's the ridge. These small hills just here that we're going to come back on before descending. I think we're going to actually rejoin the track that we've came up on in the end. But nice and atmospheric, cool day. The rain's stopped. Perfect walking conditions, really. Couldn't really ask for better views. The large fells are knackered today, so people who came to the lakes are not going to see much on them today. So this is what the outlying fells are for. More chance of a good view more often. Oh God. No, done. Right, so that's looking back at Scalebarrow Knott in the distance there. Came quite a way. Should have some good crack there. But, oh Jesus. But it's a good path, believe it or not. And there is a cairn here, which potentially signifies the second outlying fell of the day of Harper Hills. I would say that's the most significant cairn. So it's probably the best viewpoint, actually. Aye, that's pretty spectacular. Oh, aye. You can see what we're going to do today now. I've been wondering about this all week. Need videos on these outlying fells, by the way. I'm making them, so make sure you give us a like and a thumbs up. I don't often ask. Cheers, Dave. Well done. So aye, on Harper Hills, like I say, so significant enough cairn here so to call it the summit. It might be a little bit higher over there, but I think we're just going to stick to the path and skirt through them there. This is good enough for me. The views are spectacular. Very little effort as well. 420 odd meters, I believe, so aye. Still just shy of the tallest one of the day of the next one, which is Hare short, 500, so one of these mounds over here. Possibly that. Let's go. Right, so we just came onto the horizon, just out of the Harper Hills there, and I believe we're looking up onto Hare Shore, which is what I believe is the third outlying fell of the day. Dave's got a different system somewhere, and over here I believe is Powley's Hill, so I think we're going to have a skirt over to that. It's not too much of a detour, but it's a bit confusing. The 116 fells that I'm leading off are off Walking Englishman's website, who hasn't led me astray yet, and it doesn't have Powley's Hill listed, so I don't know if it's just a subsidiary top of Hare Shore or whatnot. But anyway, we'll tick both of them off along the track, and you'll see this big rock here, and the path leads around to the right, and the one we're going is left here. There's still tractor marks, so still should be relatively comfortable walking. And we've got a bit of descent before, yeah, up onto Hare Shore. Oh, try to clear it up. It's tough finding the summits of these outlying fells. I'm not looking forward to the ones on that side. You can probably see the rest of the Horseshoe from here. There's apparently 3 bumps along there. I can see more than 3, so hopefully there's nice care on each top to signify the outliers. So we've just came to the horizon here, and we're just below Hare Shore. It's one of these hills here. I'm not going to point it, I've given up on that. But aye, there's a gate down here, and potentially it goes up the gradual ascent to the summit there. Dave's just trying to look for a different path. It looks like it's fenced off over here. I can see a bit of a groove there, but see what I mean? See how difficult this is. That's why I'm making these videos. Not many people are watching them right now, like I keep saying, but in future I reckon there might be a decent reference for somebody. So yeah, we're going to cut down over this fence, and there is a bit of a groove. So this is probably the least pathless we've been on so far, but the there are still grooves and whatnot, so shouldn't prove too much difficulty. Oh, back to usual outlying fell paths. We've lost it, but we did see one over here. But when you get down, it's hard to spot again. Anyway, we're going over here. But yeah, we're in a bog. Feet are soaked. That's what you got to do to pay your debts to Wainwright for creating these lovely routes. Wonderful, wonderful. Dave's just going up that way. I'm just making a beeline for it. I'm already wet, so can't get much wet. Right, so I've identified a bit of a trod here. Dave's just over yonder, and it seems to be cutting, going up that shoulder there to Paulie's Hill. Didn't bring any spare socks this week because I thought it'd be a decent path halfway all the way around, but that was a mistake. Always bring spare socks. There's worse places to be. Soaked. Right, so we've identified a bit of an easier way we could have taken. So there's Harper Hills over there, and we've kind of just made a beeline for Paulie Hill just up here on our way to Hare Shore. But if we went off this side of Harper Hills, there's like a dark green trod there, and it looks like it goes round the edge, and I think that would have been probably a nicer walk. It would have saved you going through all this bog. So if you are going to come and do this one, because I do recommend it, it's been good up until this last little stretch here, and I imagine it'll be good after we get up on top of this one. But yeah, to avoid what we've done here, just go around the edge and have yourself a nicer view than we've had. So I'm pretty soaked now, but anyway, it's a bit of a shortcut, so if time's against you and you don't care about getting wet, come across that mule and right, here we are, just topping out on Paulie's Hill. We'll take it, whatever classification it is. But aye, Hare Shore next, which is up here. So I think we found a bit of a trod here. Hopefully that'll take us to the third outlier. Decent views. It's very clagged in the distance, but there's enough to see in this vicinity. Looking back over to the ones we did in Swindale last week, all the way down to Laithes Pike on that ridge, over these crags to Fueling Stones. So we're just coming up to a little cairn here that's looking back at Paulie's Hill. Seen a few traps set up here, catch like scots or stoats or something like that. Look like they're active. So watch out for them, don't step on them. Right, there's a little cairn here. There's a lot of cairns, Dave says, are marked, and they are marked on the map. But yeah, not this one. Hare Shore must be a little bit further along here. Aye, I know where I am now. So there's an actual Wainwright of Laithes Pike, and behind it is Brandstree, I believe, up there. So yeah, we're just approaching Hare Shore now, just out over here. I think the path's going to guide us there. And there's a cairn on top I can see, to confirm it. Before we, oh god, we're going to lose a lot of ascent to go back down there and along that ridge. There is a cairn here. I might have a wander over to the viewpoint. I think there's maybe a cairn over there as well, so I don't think I'm going to confirm this one as the summit. I think it's possibly just a short walk over. Right, here we are, just approaching the summit of the third outlier of the day, at Hare Shore, represented by a lovely little cairn here. Tick it off. Aye, it's not bad. There, boom. Oh, can't quite see the far distance fells, but it's very atmospheric. I'm not just using that because it's clagged in. It does feel quite nice. We can see quite a lot in the near ground, so yeah, we can see the ridge now. Path's just skirting around the edge of this, and then we'll be looking down onto Haweswater shortly. Right, so that's just us down from Hare Shore, the third of the day. We came off the back of it here, and if you follow the path, there is a trod that takes you right, and we need to head to that little horizon there, and that'll take us over onto the other ridge. a couple of little hills here. Don't know what they are. They're not outlying Wainwright, so they're not for us today. It's the track we've just cut along from Hare Shore, just up there. Bit of a detour, but yeah, we're heading just straight over here to this ridge line here. Trying to scout out a bit of a path. I've just gone up high here, see if I can see anything. Can't see much, but this is the whole valley there, which is pretty cool. Well, we are now in quite a remote area. I bet not many people get to see these crags back here, because yeah, we are trying to find a path. I can see one now actually, just down here, and that's heading towards the far side ridge there. Like I say, that should give us a decent view down onto Haweswater. Then it's just identifying the 3 or 4 remaining fells from there. The 4th one should be easy, but there's a lot of bumps up here, so I'm hoping there's going to be cairns to to show us the way. Right, so we're just still heading over to the ridge here. Oh, this is a bit tricky, but I think what I'm going to have this is the source of Naddle Beck, which goes straight down the valley there. There's just enough ground to get over it, thankfully. Dave's saying. So we'll just follow the path and round onto the shoulder, but we can identify the first hill over there. Looks like the second one there, and the third one there. They're easy to identify from here, but when you're up close to them, hopefully the path is well engraved. Oh, Jesus! Ah, I fell! Yeah, don't film and walk at the same time. Right, hi. So that's looking back at Hare Shore, where we've just descended from the top there. Still working our way over to the ridge line. A bit more weed whacking, but we're approaching Haweswater now. I can see it just in distance there, and this is the wall I seen on Google Earth, and there's a hole in it just down there, so we're just going to head for that, and hopefully there's a path along this ridge, because why wouldn't there be? Right, I was making a beeline for the wall there, but yeah, that journey's been cut short by this gill, so up over this shoulder. Oh dear. I'll be glad to see the back of these Shap fells. This is pretty much the last walk that's difficult. There's a couple that missed on a previous walk, which I know how to get to, and it's quite a good path to them, so once this treacherous area is done, it should be fairly easy. Oh, here we are, there's a gate. That should signify a good path along the ridge. And we can just pick off the nice, relatively easy fells in the south, west and south of Cumbria. Aye, bugger the Shap fells. There's 1 or 2 nice ones, but you got to be really into your fell bagging if you're going to bother coming and do these. Right, I think we've just about made it back onto a track, because there is a couple of gates here, and where there's a gate there's a track usually, so. Well, we're not opening this gate, Dave, we have to climb it. It's got a padlock on it.
I think they have to climb it as well.
Padlock. What use is that? Gate lock to help protect the habitat from munching deer. Evil. For it. It's not even a stable gate either, it's bloody rickety. Can't see any stiles. There's an out. Those people are so after a walk. Madness. I'll help him if he falls.
You don't want me to land on you?
He's just filmed me, so I'm repaying it for my video. Couple more steps, still a big drop. There you go, that's how you do it. Easy. Right. Sadly there isn't even a path on this side. There's a trod here, but we need to be out that way, so. Right, we're still searching for that path. I thought there'd be one on the other side of the deer gate, but there wasn't. But I think I can see one just over there going along the ridge. It's just starting to clear up now, so I'll show you the valley while Dylan catches up. There we go, nice and clear now. Beautiful. Ah! I'm just getting straight along that ridge. So recent distance we've got, what was it? Scalebarrow Knott. Harper Hills along here up to Hare Shore. And we've basically, that's the difficult section, cutting across the bogland there and hopping over that somehow. Oh, there's a gate down there actually. Looks a lower one, so if you want to avoid that tall gate that we've went over, if you walk right down the wall a bit, it looks like there's a lower one down there, and heading into where we're going anyway. So we can see a track in the distance created by a tractor, and this is the next one, the fourth outlying fell of the day of Nadle Forest 1. So we're gonna, looks like a path up through the bracken up to that. So here we are approaching this gate just here, but we don't want to be going through that just yet. There is a trod turning left up to Nadle Forest 1. So we're going to do that and cut through this bracken. We enjoyed that walk along the track for 50 metres. Take what you can get. Right, so a nice little pleasant surprise. This path not too bad through this bracken. It's kind of stealthy. Gets the job done pretty quick. Just the top of this crag here. I think it's got a name. I might try and find out what it is on the summit, but Nadle Forest 1. I believe it was unnamed at the time of Wainwright doing them. Here we are, just approaching the summit of Nadle Forest 1. I wasn't expecting to see a cairn, and I don't think we've got one. However, this is probably the highest point just here, and it's a cracking view, so we'll take it. Boom. Maybe then, oh, here we are. Here's the cairn, couple of rocks. Well done, Dave. Nadle Forest 1. Oh yes. So we can see pretty much the whole ridge that we've done today, starting in the distance over yonder on Scalebarrow Knott. We're heading up onto Harper Hills, all the way around up onto Hare Shore before we looped around the ridge edge through bogland. I think my advice for this walk would be to do 2 out and back, so go up to Hare Shore and back down. Do the same this side, come up to this one and back down. It'll avoid that misery of the bog. It's a beautiful area, but it's a pain in the arse. And over here some of the big fells are still in the Clag High Street, firmly in it. Laithes Pike over here, yeah, and Harper Fell just grazing the tops. So yeah, just gonna finish my brew here. I've got a pork pie. Dave's got a fantastic Scotch egg, I think, and it's just a short walk over to the second one after this. Right, that's just down from Nadle Forest 1 in the distance, just over yonder. We're about halfway between that and number 2 over here now. Half decent track we've picked up. It's got a groove, so we'll follow it. Seems to be going in the right direction. I'm just looking around all these other fells. It's Saturday morning currently. Mardale Head at the end of Haweswater over there will be absolutely jam-packed with people going up High Street, but once again can't see a single soul on these outliers. So yeah, you know where to come if you want a bit of peace and solitude, or you're just feeling a bit mad one day. Interesting to see these after a heat wave. Oh, see how actually dry they get, but yeah, absolutely soaked. Aye, so pleasantly surprised by this leg of the walk. There's a good path, or relatively good path, between Nadle Forest 1 and 2. We're just cresting out over the horizon here, and that should be just about the summit. Nice shot of Haweswater just there. Never actually been to that lake, and just saying to Dave earlier, I don't think the village underneath it are going to make an appearance this year. How much bloody water has fallen. Right, so that's looking back at Nadle Forest 1. We're just approaching number 2 here. represented by a significant cairn this time, so that's good. Oh yeah, not bad. Oh hi. We'll tag it and bag it. Done. Boom. There, boom. Right, so that's just done Nadle Forest 2. We've got to descend the path we used to come up on this fell, skirt round, and we can see a path etched in that's going to take us up to number 3 and what we think is Laithes Pike just on the end over there. Get my hand out of the way. So aye, it's obvious when you've done them or when you're on them. You can look at maps all you want on Google and rack your brain of what it's going to be like, but it's no substitute for actually doing them. These are now embedded in my mind and they'll never be forgotten. Absolutely fantastic. Right, that's just down from Nadle Forest 2 into the long grass. Just worked out it's Dave's done his 50th outline fell now. I'm just slightly behind on 46 or so, 45, something like that. This should take me to 49 after this round. But there's a couple more left to do yet. And the paths are getting worse at this point. Oh, just straight ahead. No bother. The long grass. Oh aye. It's well worth coming to this cairn here. Gives you a nice shot down onto Haweswater. Oh aye. Beautiful. So we've just left the viewing platform over yonder. Walked around this bump here. Laithes Pike. Let's see if we can get over here first and bag the high point. A lot of people confuse the summit with the viewing point that we've just came from over there. I can see why they do that because it's about the same height. We're on here now. It's been a bit of weed wagging to get over here, but it does feel like it's the highest point on this fell. That's looking back to number 2 over yonder there. But yeah, we're definitely at the highest point. I can't see a cairn, which is the thing, but yeah, it does look like people come up here, so I'll have it. Right, so that's just down from Nadle Forest. Is that funny, Dave? 4th time I've gone down. Ah! Right. Oh, I'll get me off these fells. Oh, can see 1 or 2 trods. We're already soaking wet and fell over several times. Just need to get down from here and start heading towards it. Come and do this walk, it's good. I'd avoid this side, it's pretty tricky. It was promising a while back there as well because there was a good path between 2 or 3 of the fells then. The viewpoint's fantastic. But of Haweswater, but not to worry, nearly down here. Good news is you can't really hurt yourself. I've fell several times, but it's all bracken, you can just fall into it and cushion your blow. So the good news is I've came round the back of that and I found a little path here that Dave's heading for. Dave just came straight down the bloody hill. That little spot making his way through the grass is Dave. Stuff for here next. Right, here we are on what is a disputed fell top between me and Dave. I'm calling this as Laithes Pike. There's a massive cairn on it. I might go right to the end over there, see if there's another cairn looking down over Haweswater. But that's where we've just descended from, up there. So we've been to the highest point up there, came straight down and over to what I believe is Laithes Pike. But aye, well done. Right, here we are, just approaching the end of the ridge, and we've got a glorious shot down onto Haweswater. Just see if I can see the dam. Not quite, blocked off by those trees, so best view of that is from the viewing platform up there. Right, so we're just leaving the cairn here. There we've discovered it isn't actually Laithes Pike. We've already done it. we believe. It's the pike shaped one that I called the viewing platform earlier. This definitely doesn't look very pike shaped, so yeah, it must be that over there. So that's the 7th for the day, and I am happy we've done them all. Just I wish I could have cleaned it up a bit more for people who are watching these adventures. Not easy identifying these. There's a lot of mounds up there. It could be either one of them really. Right, that's just us down, heading back on the path to the car, back into the bottom of the valley here. I just thought I'd better sign off the adventure from here. Apologies for any confusion with some of the summits there, but we did get them all, just not in the order that I thought we would. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you all for watching. Thanks for coming, Dave. Appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you back out on the fells very, very soon. Peace.